Hello, welcome back. This is Dustin again for another battle report. I'm using the same list as last time, but I'll go over it quickly. And this time facing Chad's Dwarves. This is still I think it's a 7th edition book. The new one isn't quite out yet, and he can't take it to the next tournament anyway. So, his list, he's got the organ gun, 25 great weapon warriors with his BSB. Then we got 20 quarrelers with great weapons, 30 hammerers with his rune priest. In the back we got the anvil with the rune lord on there. The cannon with the rune of forging and the rune of fire. 10 handgunners, bolt thrower with the rune of fire, rune of seeking. 5 slayers as a speed bump, and then we got 15 miners and another unit of 5 miners coming in extra. Magic items, I think he said he only had 1 rune of spell breaking, but he also has the rune of balance, and he gets an extra 4 dispel dice every turn, so magic was not very effective this game. My army, it's the same as the last report, so you'll watch that, but we got the Hell Cannon, 6 trolls, additional hand weapons, the War Shrine, 18 warriors, hand weapon shield, 18 warriors, hand weapon shield, 6 ogres, full command, great weapons, using a Sigvald, a BSB, and 2 level 2 shadow mages. So on to turn 1. Alright, Dwarves got the first turn, and this is a record of the damage he dealt. He killed off 2 trolls, flaming kind of does that, and put a wound on the ogres. He didn't move at all, so that's that. My turn 1, he used the anvil on the ogres to slow him down. My turn 1, I have 3 leadership tests to take. Stupidity for the trolls, stupidity for Sigvald, and then the Rarg test for the wonderful Hell Cannon. We're playing a special scenario. I don't know what it's called, but basically it's, kill the wizards. But your wizards also give you +1 leadership if they're in a unit, or -1 leadership if your unit does not have a wizard in it. So my leadership Hell Cannon failed its leadership test every phase this game. I kept rolling 9s and I needed an 8. So, and it didn't Rarg very far the first turn. Magic, he completely stopped me, and that was it for turn 1. On to turn 2. Well, turn 2 started off with a bang. Quite literally, he killed the remaining trolls off. The cannon, the quarrelers, and the organ gun combined to eliminate them to a beast. Then his bolt thrower took off 2 wounds on the Hell Cannon. The handgunners picked off a couple warriors in Sigvald's unit, and he slowed down the ogres, caused another wound to him. And my turn 2, Hell Cannon fails his test. Goes a little bit farther this time, but still not far enough to do anything. And I just march up. Turn 3. Alright, Dwarves turn 3. His Slayers moved up to try to block up my big unit of warriors with my BSB. I was not able to get far enough, so he used to the anvil to move him the rest of the way. And then he picked on Sigvald's unit. The large unit of miners did come on. They came on just the other side of the woods on the right, at the right board edge. So it'll take them a little bit to get to combat, but they are in play. Yeah. And then on my turn, I did a little sneaky gambit stuff. Hell Cannon, of course, failed its Rarg test. It actually went a long distance this time. So I declared a charge with the ogres on the flank of the slayers. I chose to reform my big unit of warriors to face the center, since they were the only ones that had substantial numbers to take on large units. And I declared a charge with Sigvald's unit at his handgunners. They only killed one on the stand and shoot, but I rolled 3 inches for my charge distance. So they are completely not where I want them to be. But the ogres killed the slayers off to a man, dwarf, whatever, and ogre run with the bull charge this time into his handgunners. So that worked out well for me. On to turn 4. Okay. So turn 4 for the dwarves, where it got interesting. His quarrelers charged the flank of Sigvald's unit. Sigvald made way, but the champion took the challenge with his champion, and my champion died. I wanted Sigvald to kill guys, not kill one champion. He ended up winning combat by by 1 or something like that. So Sigvald easily held. We both reformed, or I think it was a draw. Actually, it was a draw. So we both reformed to face how it was. The hammerers tried to charge the ogres in the flank, but failed because his quarrelers were sticking out so far when they were too deep that he hit his own unit, so it was a failed charge. The warriors on the left with great weapons moved up, and then he anviled them into the war shrine. Caused a wound on the war shrine. I caused 1 wound back, easily broke, but got away. And organ gun did nothing to my hell cannon, which was happy. And his other unit of miners came on the back to help out the war machines. Pretty exciting turn 4 for the dwarves, and let's see what the chaos can do. Chaos did a lot. So the ogres charged into... I killed the slayers off last turn, and I chose to face the war machines. So I charged into the bolt thrower, killed it, reformed, faced the cannon. They're just wiping up small points. The quarrelers just annihilating chaos warriors. My mage is now in a challenge, and he took a wound. I can't kill that champion for nothing. But Sigvald's doing the damage. And it looked like it might have been a failed charge for my my warriors going into the flank of his warriors due to where my unit was, but I was able to wheel around and then close the door. So I made that charge successfully. Did like nothing. My BSB's in a challenge with his BSB. We both whiffed. I don't think I lost anybody. He lost 1 or 2. And I think he won. No, I won combat, but he stuck and then turned to face. Hell Cannon rarged and went into the organ gun and killed it. But since it's random movement, I don't have to overrun, so he just turned to face back the board. And I think that was it. Yeah, so on to turn 5. Alright, turn 5. So he charged his small unit of miners into the flank of the ogres, moved up his large unit, and then anviled them into the rear. The hammers charged into the flank of Sigvald's unit. And I think that's pretty much it. The cannon misfired last turn, so it couldn't fire last turn or this turn. And yeah. So, did I miss a picture? Oh, my last turn, my War Shrine did rally. So then on my turn, I failed my leadership test with a Hell Cannon again. 3 dice 6 movement. It actually hits the flank of his warrior unit. Sigvald makes way to fight the Hammers, and the way they're positioned, the only one that can fight is Sigvald. A challenge. He refuses. Sigvald kills 5. Wins combat. Oh, but I actually got spells off this turn. I got off Enfeebling Foe for 2-point strength reduction on his Great Weapon Warriors fighting my BSB's unit. And then I got off Miasma for the weapon skill on the Hammers to put them down to weapon skill 3. Weapon skill 3 means they're hitting Sigvald on 5s, and the other unit is wounding on 5s on my warriors, so I'm easily winning those combats. And that's the last picture of the game, because his Hammers, even though they're stubborn on a 10, rolled double 11s and fled. The Coilers fled, and Sigvald ran down the Hammers, finished and killed a whole bunch of warriors. They fled. They got ran down too. The Ogres killed the cannon, overran, but did not get to the anvil. So the anvil, and he had some fleeing miners from the when he charged into the rear of my Ogres. He failed both fear tests because he needed to roll an 8 or less on both units, and so he needed 5s to hit the Ogres. He only killed 1, and then the Ogres just stomped their way through him and chose not to pursue anybody and went after the anvil. But that's where the game ended. Massacre for the chaos. I only lost 1 unit. I hope this works like this for the tournament, and I hope you stay tuned. Thanks.